Hi, it's Ginger Walker, and welcome to the Give Back. Today, I'm joined by Joni Kanazawa. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Okay. From Elves, and today we're going to learn a little bit more about Elves and what they do to support our local community. It's Ginger Walker
and AJ Law with the Give Back team.
Thank you for watching our episode today of the Give Back.
Check us out on our website at givebackteam.com.
And in addition, we'd like to just mention that you're watching an episode of Giving Back, and we do give back to charity, not only being in the public and working with local charities in events and things like that and doing shows like this, but we also make a donation back to the charity of our client's choice. So if you work with the Give Back team, you're helping us be socially responsible in giving back to the local community as well. Can you tell me a little bit about Elves? How did it start? What is the charity for? Where do we learn more about it?
Well, Elves started, I'll back up a little bit. And whenever we first moved here, my family and I moved here about 7.5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we moved from Georgia. Shortly after arriving here, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Mm-hmm. We didn't have any family or many friends, in this area.
Mm-hmm.
So it was amazing whenever I was diagnosed, how many local folks just stepped up and did those little things that they could to help us out.
Mm-hmm.
One of the families that was supportive of us was the Blaine and Reniger families. Tina Reniger was a teacher where my daughter was attending kindergarten
Mm-hmm.
at the time. And she made Georgia Bulldog pillowcase dresses
Aww.
for my daughter, and her daughter Carly crocheted, so she made me hats to cover my bald head. It was my first Virginia winter, and no hair on the head was definitely a huge change for me. But those little things of literally wrapping me in love,
Mm-hmm.
As the hat had hearts in it.
Aww.
It was such little things, but they became such huge things.
Mm-hmm.
When we were struggling, being new here, not knowing anyone, and then having that trial put on us.
Sure.
But then whenever I went into remission, Carly's daughter, Ellie, at age 2, was diagnosed with pineoblastoma. It was brain cancer.
Okay.
And Princess Ellie was all about light and pink and everything girly.
Sure.
And it was our time. We felt like they had done so much for us,
Mm-hmm.
that it was our time to give back.
So a family that you didn't know stepped up and helped you.
Right.
And now you felt the need to support that family in kind,
Right.
which is amazing. So tell me a little bit about what you did for Ellie and Ellie's family.
It started out very simple. It was around Christmas time, or we were stepping up towards Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So we formed a group called Elves, just thinking, okay, well, what can we do? You can't fix cancer.
Right.
But there's those little things,
Mm-hmm.
again, that make such a big difference. So we set up a little online registry and had people from all over the country send gifts to help them out, because Carly was pregnant down at St. Jude with Ellie.
Wow.
Her husband, Richard, was up here with Ellie's older brother, Noah.
Mm-hmm.
And they were juggling. The last thing they had time to do was run to the store, to take care of Santa.
Right.
So that was one thing that, as a community, people wanted to rally and help, but that was a small thing that we could do. So, little soups. My daughter, when we went back home to visit, we went to Babyland General, and we had a Cabbage Patch Kid named for Princess Ellie.
Aw.
Saw it being born and everything.
Oh, that's amazing.
And so she was able to present that to Ellie, and Hello Kitty robes, just those little things that
Sure.
literally wrap you and surround you in love when you're going through such a tough time. When Ellie went to heaven, it was the Sunday before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And being the light that she was, such an old soul. It's, only 2 years old,
Mm-hmm.
but we decided, okay, what can we do now?
Mm-hmm.
You can't fix the hurt, but we needed to show them how much they had meant to us.
Sure.
And their family had handled Ellie's battle with such grace and love and light, and we wanted to represent that physically. So we covered for visitation the hillside of the church with thousands and thousands of pink luminaries.
Aww.
So it was below freezing temperatures, and there was, we call it this motley crew of folks, because there was like, guys that worked with my husband that looked like, Al Qaeda, and there was, little school teachers and church grandmas and
Sure.
my daughter and her friends, and just this neat mix of all different backgrounds. And the one thing we had in common was that this little girl who had shared her light in such a short amount of time. And so we wanted to physically represent that light. But we realized that night that it didn't need to stop there, that she had touched our lives and that family had touched our lives personally. So we wanted to continue with her legacy and sharing the light and love that she had shared with all of us.
So after she passed and after the service that you're just telling us about, how did you bring Ellie's Elves, forward from there?
I would constantly think of, if Ellie she was an old soul, but if she was a little older, what would she do? Would we had families that would reach out and say, there's another pediatric cancer family. So it kind of started with a lot of cancer families,
Okay.
whether pediatric or adult. We did things like Whoville for a local boy, Ryan Mott, that really touched us very closely. Again, it was a young boy that attended my daughter's school, and a very sweet family, and he loved, Christmas movies, and so he loved the Grinch.
Right.
So we brought the Grinch to him for his last Christmas.
That's amazing.
Just little things like that, helping to paint at their house. We also have helped. One of my favorite families is the Fines family, who Erin Fines was a saucy young thing, 29 years old, battling colon cancer, single mom, and her family was just amazing. And things like even cooking her dinner, and bringing, different meals from different families that wanted to step up and help.
Sure.
And then shortly after she passed, we wanted to bring some of that light back into their home, that they were struggling. And the last happy memory that they had with her was a great trip to the beach.
Oh.
So we brought the beach to them.
So can you tell us, how many families are you currently supporting? Do you have, I know it's ever rotating based on the need, but do you have an idea of, like, right now, how many families that you're directly impacting?
It's funny, I am often asked that, and because literally each day we have a new need come up.
Okay.
Our phones are constantly ding, 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 ding. We've also partnered a lot with the Brightest Light Project, and if you're around that director, Quentin, his phone literally is ding, 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 ding. So it's tough to count the exact number. I know that we have 3 stage 4 cancer families that we are currently helping. And then we have numerous little projects, because again, it's not always a big house makeover that we offer. It can be just a family that needs a few extra clothes to keep their child warm at the school bus stop. So it's hard to really count, to be honest, because we do things that are truly big and small, and sometimes it's even, hey, I'm a hard worker. I need I'm going through this medical emergency, but I'm still trying to work. But I can't afford the gas. So getting, I put it out there on Facebook, and a volunteer will step up and send them a gift card to pay for their gas.
That's nice.
So it can be, small things like that.
Sure. So it's probably a lot more people that you're directly impacting on a daily basis than you even realize, based on all the little things and the big things. Sometimes it's the small things that make the biggest difference.
And that really is, you can truly, when you don't have to stress about the little things, And there's also, it's been pretty neat, the more that we grow, that our elves have stepped up and on their own time said, hey, you know, I would like to lead this project. And they take it on.
That's amazing.
They represent Ellie's Elves. So there's even other little families that are being helped on the side. That it's amazing that light,
the ripple effect
yeah.
of helping.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
awesome.
What is that saying of there's two ways to share lights, to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really amazing to see the love that has grown just from the inspiration of that one little princess.
That's amazing. So Ellie, it sounds like, has inspired a ripple effect across the Northern Virginia area.
And technically the globe.
And the globe, technically, yes. So which is
and
amazing.
I know that she's partying up there in heaven too, so I think we've got all bases covered.
Yeah, that's amazing. So if someone's interested in volunteering or providing clothes or a toy or making a donation, or if there's a family that has a need, the best way to contact you is through that Facebook page.
The Facebook page, as well as that email. Let it shine. Joni, that's JONI, at gmail.com.
Awesome.
So that goes directly to me. But either way, we will do what we can.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much
Thanks for having me.
meeting me today and talking a little bit about Ellie's Elves and introducing everyone to who Ellie's Elves are. And again, if you'd like more information, please do reach out to them on the Facebook page. Or you can always reach out to us here as well, and we can put you in contact with Joni and her amazing Ellie's Elves. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.